everybody, this is Carla here of Just Vlogging Life, and I am celebrating my 1-year anniversary on YouTube. So, I'm going to kick that theme music. Play my song.
I am so proud of myself. This project of starting YouTube for me definitely just, I won't say it came out of the blue, but I ended up being delightfully surprised at how I have learned and grown, and the many people that I have met. I really do want to say thank you to my subscribers, to my supporters, to the people who watch my videos and support me. That means the world to me because as I stated in my intro video, when I started YouTube a year ago, if you haven't watched that after this video, go and watch that video. I may even link it in the cards. But if you've been following my story, then you know that I started YouTube as a project to challenge myself to get back into social media because I was not on any social media platforms. I have so much I want to say, and I need to make sure I get it all in. So forgive me if I'm like skipping all over the place, jumping around, but I want to make sure that I make it clear that the reason that I was not on any social media platforms was because of this sense of what I've coined now, social media, kind of like a social media anxiety. I don't want to claim any anxiety, but I do know that there was something there, lack of confidence, if you will, and it just would bring me to a place and space of stress for whatever reason. I years ago had a Twitter account back in 2011. I started that account. And then I had a Facebook that I think I may have started back in 2010. Well, I was on Facebook for like 4 years, deleted that account or whatever happened, disabled it. I don't know how, I don't know the process. But just decided to step away from social media in that regard. And then the Twitter account, I never fully knew how to use it. So I just lost track of it, got a new phone, passwords, all that kind of thing, just pretty much went away. So to make a long story short, I was not engaged on any social media platforms. So after watching a lot of YouTube videos and following and learning the difference between YouTube videos and YouTube vlogging, one day it just was tugging on me. And so I put it in the back of my mind and I really wasn't entertaining it. And so then it just kept coming up in my mind. Like, is this something that I want to do? I think you want to do it. Do you want to do it? You know how you have those questions in your mind, like, can I really do this? Should I really do this? So yeah, I decided last August that yes, this is something that I wanted to do. So I started the YouTube channel. I thought of a name, and many different names came to mind, but Just Vlogging Life came to my mind because I really didn't know anything about how YouTube worked. And I said, if I'm going to do this, then I'm just going to vlog all things, whatever happens. And that was actually one name that I had, was All Things My Life. And I ended up not using that because I just ended up sticking with Just Vlogging Life. I liked that name better, if you will. It's probably like an oxymoron to say, like, by profession, I am a professional licensed clinician. I have a master's degree in counseling, counselor education, and I work in early childhood education. Although I have worked with children and families, I have worked with adults. So, but my forte, my heart, my passion, my gift, my spiritual gift is working with children. And I enjoy working with children and families, and I thoroughly enjoy this population of working in early childhood. So in January, after Vlogmas, I said, well, I would like to find a way, instead of niching down just vlogging life, I would like to just, because I know that is a specific niche with me going into doing content related to early childhood and mental health and social and emotional development. So I ended up, making that channel be what it is, which is called Peekaboo Scholar. Shout out. I'm gonna have a party for Peekaboo Scholars too in January, because that will be 1 year for Peekaboo Scholars. And so with Peekaboo Scholars, it pretty much is its own niched entity. And I enjoy creating content for that channel because it is very specific. I'm grateful for where I am because I don't want to be overwhelmed. I don't want to have to be in a place where, oh, well, such and such now knows, and so should I shy away and not be my authentic self and be who I would want to be on the platform? So I think that has a lot to do with it. But I do know that at this point, after being on here a year, I don't have those same sentiments as before. Like a year ago, I was like really keeping it in, like no one knew. And, well, my husband and my sons. And so, but I've been really like keeping it close to me because that's just the space that I'm in. And I had no idea about anything about being monetized. I knew about sponsorships because I would see on the different vlogs about but I didn't know how it all worked. Well, needless to say, moving on and moving upward and growing, thank goodness, and thank the Lord Jesus Christ up above for growth and mental clarity on things that, like this is a stream of income. And if you're really good at it, or if you grow and you get the views and the subscribers that you need, then you can actually have the channel monetized and gain income. But that was something that I was not aware of fully, and I didn't know how it worked or whatever. I just didn't know that like this could be a living. I didn't know that. I was just doing it as a way to challenge myself to get back out there and open up and share and do it this way, the YouTube platform way. So yeah, I just feel like when it's time for it to grow, it will grow, because one thing's for sure, I have been like educating myself and learning more and more about like editing and lighting and niching down my channel. So you probably noticed that I have still been like tinkering and dibbling and dabbling with different content ideas. Like I may do a food video or a DIY or travel, because that is me still trying to find what I want to pare my channel down to. Now, as a result of ending up really liking the whole vlogging experience during Vlogtober, once Vlogmas came around and I noticed that it seemed to be a different format. I don't know if it was just me or if it was the format that I'd taken, but it was like doing constant videos more than vlogging to me. And I just couldn't really keep up with that and work and all of that. So I only had a few like Vlogmas videos. In life, I always try to say this to people, that when there is something that you are feeling like hindered by or debilitated with, it's okay to challenge yourself. And that's where I am with it. And I think that's the biggest part of my growth, is that I'm willing to challenge myself. I have a willingness within me to challenge myself, to grow, to learn, to try to be my best self and not allow things to debilitate me. So you know how you do something and when you do it, you are proud of yourself for accomplishing it. That is how I feel about my YouTube channel, because I am a private person. And on top of being a private person, like I said, within my profession, you don't just, go out sharing and, putting your private life out there. But at the end of the day, again, because I'm a human being, all of that comes with the territory. Where I want to go with the channel, again, is to niche it down so the algorithm can find me, and then hopefully I can work towards being monetized, because once I became educated, like I said, then I was like, okay, yeah, all of that, whatever anxieties or lack of confidence,
all that went out the window, because I'm like, oh yeah, I would not mind having an extra stream of income coming around here. So
my number one goal will always be to do YouTube because of the love of it and the hobby of it. I thoroughly enjoy having this as a hobby. When I first did it back in October of 2019, I will always have that love for it, the creativity of it, the editing. You do get like an edited version of my life. And I just thoroughly enjoy it. And I think that beyond becoming monetized, when you're doing something that you thoroughly love, sometimes, even though, like I said, it's a stream of income, but if it never brings me income, I know who my provider is, and I'm okay with that. It's just nice to have it if it comes. But the number one goal is to do it because it is like a therapeutic kind of outlet for me. And like I said, you probably would think, oh, a clinician, oxymoron. How can you have that social media kind of, lack of confidence, anxiety kind of a thing going on when you're a clinician? But I'm a human being first, and it happens. And that does not negate me and my professionalism and how I help people and how I help shift cognitions. 3 things that I have learned while being on YouTube. Number 1, do not say sub for sub in the comment section of people's videos.
The second thing that I've learned since being on the YouTube platform is being consistent, okay?
The third thing that I would say is learn to play with the camera, get different shots, different angles. One of my favorite shots to create is my walking feet that you see in my intro. I love to use the walking feet. Recently I had a video where me and my husband were going to the mall and we had walking feet up to the door. That's a really good one to use. And your transitions, I'm working on that personally right now, and I'm really enjoying learning about the different transitions that we can use and how to just make the video flow seamlessly and smoothly.